It's the battle to be the biggest and the baddest basketball team in the Big Ten, Purdue, Wisconsin on Tuesday night. Let's take a look. All right, so you got Boilermakers and Badgers to be the biggest, baddest basketball team in the Big Ten Conference. So when I look at this game and I look at Purdue and I look at Wisconsin and the way they've both been playing as of late, I think Wisconsin has been on a trajectory that's a little bit more friendly than Purdue. Okay, I think Purdue's been more hot and cold. When I look at these two teams, I like the stability maybe more of Wisconsin than I do of that of Purdue. Look, you'll cite games like Michigan getting blown out by 20 plus. You look at Michigan State this past weekend on Saturday where they only shot 11%, 1 for 9 from three-point land. You know, and I look at some of these other games where they are susceptible to the upset. Whereas I look at Wisconsin, I see a little bit more stability. I see a better team on the defensive side of the ball, fourth in the Big Ten in opponents' points per game. I see a little bit maybe more reliability out of the Badgers as well. So when I break this one down, I think both star players are going to get theirs in this game. Jaden Ivey is going to get his. Johnny Davis is going to get his. Now when I compare those two players right now, as of this very moment in time, give me Johnny Davis in March. I'd take Johnny Davis over Jaden Ivey right now. I think Johnny Davis is a little bit better on defense. I think he's got a little bit of a better shot. I just like his complete game a little bit more than Jaden Ivey's right now. But it's not just one player out there on the floor. It's 5 players. So let's take a look at this 5-on-5 matchup. You know, considering that I think both players are going to get theirs and both players are going to have good days Tuesday night in Madison. Now, where does the rest of the team fall in? I think this is going to be a battle of the role players. I really do. Which supporting cast is going to have the better game? And if you want to dive into a sub-point of that, I really believe to be more detailed, the team that shoots better from the three-point arc is going to have a good day. I'll make a couple of examples. Let's go back to that Michigan State game for Purdue. This team only attempted 9 three-point shots. They made one of them. They made 1 3-point shot. Sasha Stefanovic, 0 for 3 from three-point land, only 2 points in this basketball game. Michigan State had a good defensive game plan to defend and limit the three-point shot from Purdue. When I look at earlier this season, Super Sunday, Mackey Arena. Now Purdue ended up shooting the ball well late in that game, but earlier in the game, they weren't shooting the ball as well. They were cold. And things weren't going their way. And Maryland was up by double digits in that game. If you have a team with a little bit more talent than Maryland, Purdue's losing that game. Purdue is losing that game because they were cold and everything in that game. So when I look at games where Purdue can't shoot well, they struggle. And sometimes they don't beat good teams. Going on the road to the Kohl Center in Madison is not going to be an easy task. This is a Wisconsin defense that's a good defense. It's a top 5 defense in the Big Ten Conference right now. And if they're smart, and I know they are, Greg Gard is my coach for Big Ten Coach of the Year. Okay, so you know he's going to devise a good game plan. He's going to limit the three-point shot because he knows if I can take the three-point shot away from Purdue basketball, I'm going to have a pretty good shot to win this ball game. I feel really confident in our guys. If we can limit the three-point shot, the history says, the stats show that say if you can limit Purdue and if you can keep the three-point shot under wraps and you can contain it, you got a pretty good shot to beat Purdue if you are a good basketball team yourself. So that's, I think, is the key. I think the matchup down low is going to be fun to watch. Zach Edey, Tyler Wall down in the paint, and I think they're pretty evenly matched. But Zach Edey is a guy that I think, he put up 25 points against Michigan State. I think he can surprise you sometimes, right? The three-point shot wasn't falling. It wasn't working, so they had to go into the paint. They had to go inside against Sparty, against Michigan State. So give props to Matt Painter in Purdue. If something's not working, go to something else. And that's why, look, if they weren't able to go into the paint, if Zach Edey wasn't able to have the day that he had, that would have been a blowout. That would have been a 20-plus point blowout against Michigan State. So you got to give at least Purdue a little bit of credit for that. I think this is going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a great atmosphere, but, and there's always a but I think Wisconsin's the better team right now, and having the home court advantage, and wow, if when you're looking at number 1 seeds, let's say Wisconsin beats Purdue, that's a season sweep of the Boilermakers, a really good Purdue basketball program. That's a season sweep. And let's say Wisconsin goes on to win the Big Ten, whether they face Purdue or not. There's a case to be made. I'm not sure how strong of a case it is, but there's at least a case to be made for Wisconsin to be a number 1 seed. I will go on record that saying right now it appears a Big Ten team, I don't care if who runs the table in the Big Ten tournament or whatever happens, I don't think a Big Ten team right now is on the 1 line. Things can happen. Teams can lose in their conference tournament. They can lose these last couple of games of the regular season. I get it. Things can happen. But right now, it seems like a stretch for a Big Ten team to get a number 1 seed. So at least as of this very moment in time. But who knows? Right now, I would say Wisconsin is probably that prime candidate. If they can beat Purdue, you got 2 high-quality wins against Purdue, and then you go maybe beat them a 3rd time in the Big Ten tournament, maybe beat some other good teams in the Big Ten tournament. Maybe Wisconsin has an argument. We'll see. We'll see. That's a long ways away. But kind of circling back to this game, it's the team that's going to shoot the 3-point shot a little bit better. History, statistics, this season shows if Purdue shoots it well, they have a good chance to win. If they don't shoot it well, other good teams can take advantage and do it themselves. I want to hear what you guys think in this game. Purdue, Wisconsin, Boilers, Badgers. I want to hear your prediction. I want to hear what you think are some keys to the game. And I want to hear, do you think a Big Ten team has a shot at a number 1 seed? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And you're going to want to subscribe to this channel because I'm going to have a lot. I'm going to have a previews. I'm going to be filling out brackets both in the Big Ten tournament and in the NCAA tournament. So you're going to want to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell to make sure you get notified when videos are uploaded. I'm Big Ten Ted. It's March, almost, but I'm excited for March. We'll see you in the next video.